Big news breaking out of paradise today, and trust me, ye don't want to miss this. Rodgers talks future. Could we be looking at the final season for the gaffer at Celtic Park? Then there's fresh updates on Jota and Schmeichel, with Brendan revealing who's close and who's still miles away from a return. And to top it all off, the biggest shock of the lot. Celtic could be about to smash a 10-year transfer rule for one long-term target, and the deal could go down in just one day. So stay locked in till the very end, smash that like button, tap subscribe, and turn on those wee bells so YouTube shows this video to every Celtic daft legend out there. Let's get stuck in. Right, so here's one that'll get your brain ticking. Brendan Rodgers has had a wee sit-down, proper meal, and a chat with Dermot Desmond and the bigwigs at Celtic, and it wasn't just about the dessert menu. Rodgers' contract, it's up next summer. That soon, and the chat turned to what's next for the gaffer. But don't get ahead of yourself. There's no new deal on the table just yet. Just a friendly catch-up, according to Brendan. He's calling it a touch base moment. I call it testing the waters. Now, here's the bit I like. Rodgers says he's not bothered one bit about how long's left. Could be a year, a week, or a decade. He says he's still super motivated. That's his word. Super motivated. Says he's here to earn his place again. And you know what? That sounds like a man who still has a fire in his belly, unlike certain folk across the city who crumble at the first sign of pressure and then blame the pitch, the weather, or the alignment of Mercury in retrograde. But here's my question for you, and be honest now. Would you trust Brendan with another long-term contract? Or should the board wait and see if he delivers in Europe this season before giving him a shiny new deal? Go on, drop it in the comments. This one's bound to split opinion like a VAR decision in the last 5 minutes at Ibrox. Let's have it. Right, here's the latest straight from Portugal. And it's one of those good news, bad news situations, so grab yourselves a cuppa or something stronger. Let's start with Jota. That Jota. The magician with the hair, the swagger, and a goal celebration that could melt granite. He's still a long way off from pulling on the green and white again. We're talking early 2026. ACL injury, brutal stuff. But he made an appearance at the training camp this week, flashing that trademark grin, and Brendan's had a word. Rodgers says he's coming along really well, but also says there's a long, long road ahead. So didn't get your hopes up about seeing him before Hogmanay, and I'm not talking this Hogmanay, I mean next year's. It's great to see the lad keeping spirits high, though. Says a lot about his character. Now, to the big Dane between the sticks, Kasper Schmeichel, missed the Estrela de Amadora game, and folk were already panicking, wondering if we'd signed another keeper made of glass. But Rodgers has shut that chat down quick. Kasper's expected to be fit and ready for the next match against Sporting Lisbon. So, nay drama there, unless you're the type that thinks we should have re-signed Artur Boruc in his slippers. Now, here's one for you to chew on, mate. Do you think Jota will ever get back to his best after this injury? Or have we seen the peak of him in a Celtic shirt? Let me know, but be honest, ACLs don't care about magic hair. Go on, the comment box is waiting. Right, here we go again. And this one could get the blood boiling or the pulse racing, depending on how you see it. Celtic are looking to smash a 10-year transfer drought by going back into a market we've avoided like a dodgy pint of lager. The Belgian Pro League. That's right. We're talking the land of chips, chocolate, and more transfer regrets than a Hun in Europe. Michel-Ange Balikwisha. Get that name in your head because it's starting to feel like he might actually be wearing the green and white before you've even sobered up from last season's title party. Reports in Belgium say it could happen in a day. A day. I've waited longer for a Greg's sausage roll at lunchtime in Sauchiehall Street. Now, let's be honest, the last time we dipped into that league, we ended up with Logan Bailey. Decent beard, nay saves. Before him, Rami Gershon came in and, well, left. Then we had Wanyama, the holy grail of Belgian deals, made in beer shot, sold for millions. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but Balikwisha, he looks the part. Royal Antwerp sporting director, the legendary Mark Overmars, that Mark Overmars says the player could go in a day. And here's the kicker, the lad's out of contract next summer, so Overmars basically stuck a big for sale sign on his back. Ideal for Celtic's business model. Now, here's what I want to know from you. Should Celtic break the rule and trust the Belgian league again? Or is Balikwisha just another gamble that could go full Musonda? Drop it in the comments. You know I'll be reading.